Hello traders, and welcome to another video on weak points and strong. What you're going to be doing today is you're going to look at a price action chart and volume, and you're going to identify which points are strong and which points are weak. Now, I've talked about this before in previous videos. I've also talked about this in my guide called Gravity, which is a guide to price action and volume. How we can make money on this is if we identify certain price points as very weak, then it's likely that price is going to just blow right past that point. So if I think that, the area above here just really, there's not much reason for price to be there, then price would likely, go here and then go much, much higher. However, if I find a point very strong, such as resistance right here, then what I'm thinking is that price will likely go up to here, have resistance, and go back down. Now, in order to make money off that, what I can do is I could put multiple limit sell orders around here so that when price goes up to there, it fills them, and then hopefully I make money when price goes down. Or what I could do is if I believe that if price goes here, it's just going to keep going higher, then I could place a buy stop order right there. And if price hits my buy stop, I buy, and hopefully price goes much, much higher. The third thing that you can do in both of these situations, and again, I am not affiliated with this exchange in any way, but you could use FTX tokens, the 10x long and 10x short, Moon USD and Moon and Doom USD. And the way that you could use that is as a 10x leverage position with very little risk of liquidation. So with that, with just a click of a button, you can convert USD stablecoins into an FTX 10x long or 10x short token like that. So you don't have to really worry about buying or selling at the right spot. What you're doing is clicking in the right time just to click the convert button. And if you want to learn more about that, you can email me because I don't want to talk about that today. But here's what I do want to talk about. Identify two price points that seem like if price gets to that point, price is just going to zoom right past there. So something like, you say here, and if price goes here, you're thinking the price is going to dump. Something like here, and if you think price goes here, it's probably just going to rise. So I'll give you guys 10 seconds with that. One hint I will give is look for lows and highs that have not been broken. Because the reason why that's so important is if there are many lows that have not been broken, then there's a lot of liquidity below those levels. If there's many highs that haven't been broken, then there's probably a lot of liquidity above those levels. And the reason I want to select this range right here is there is a massive amount of unbroken highs and unbroken lows, meaning that volatility is likely going to be very high very soon. But how do we make money off of it? Where would you put your buy stop and where would you put your sell stop? Entry order, not stop loss, but your buy entry and your sell stop entry. So I'll give you guys 10 seconds for that. All right, watch what happens here. The answer for this one, best sell stop area would have been there. Why? Look at this, guys. We have an unbroken low here, here, unbroken low here, here, here. These lows right here have not been broken. There have not been any stop loss hunts. And every time that the market's moved to these levels, it's moved to that level and then back very quickly. Now, additionally, we also see this market low here. So there's really a lot of liquidity here. And then the final thing I want to say is to put even more icing on this cake, this is also the $10,000 level. Now, how long has price been above $10,000? Well, price has been above $10,000 since here for a week. So for the last week of trading at this certain price point, I can imagine that many traders are putting their stop losses right below 10K. Anyone who would got long may just say, hey, 99.81, hey, 99.98. So there's a lot of liquidity lingering around there. Hey, how about for the buy stop? What's the answer? Well, again, there's never really a clear answer, but what I'm looking at here is unbroken high, unbroken high, unbroken high, and then a really just slightly broken high of here. I would say that, and then also this high here, I would say something like that could be a good trade. Now, here's the tough question. You may say, okay, you have your buy stop, you have your sell stop, but where do you put your actual stop loss? Now, what I mean by that is if price goes here and fills my sell stop and I'm in a short position, I would want to put my stop loss here. Let's say like maybe a little bit higher even. What that means is that if price does make a stop loss and go here, I lose money. But if price goes here and just dumps, I make money. Now, if price goes here, I'm going to put my stop loss there. If price goes, above here, remember, this stop loss hasn't been triggered yet because I haven't gone long. But if I do go long because price goes here, my buy stop triggers and price just goes back down to here, I will lose money. But if price shoots up, I will make money. This exact scenario is also covered in my guide near, I think the second last chapter, it's covered actually how to do this in my gravity guide. But here's what ended up happening. Watch this. Again, another unbroken low right there as I shake the camera. Another unbroken low right there. There's just so much liquidity down there. And watch. Like that. If you had put your sell stop there to enter, you could be looking at around a 5% profit. With 10x leverage, that's about a 50% profit. So, you're short with $1,000, you make 500. A 10x leverage, of course, because that'd be a $10,000 position. Now, I'd cancel this stop loss here. And now what I want to determine is, do I want to keep these orders here? I made money on this one right there, of course. But what do we see here? Is price going to have an easier time going higher because it already took out the liquidity below, or is price just going to continue trending down because people are going to be more inclined to sell? Really, has everyone already sold yet? Well, with a move this violent, I would expect that a lot of people have likely already sold. Okay, and look at that. So price shot right up, and I bought right there, as you can see, and price goes up 1.5%. Now what I could have done is I could have put a take profit somewhere around here. I could have done the same for this one too, put a take profit somewhere around here. But it looks like it triggered my buy, and then I probably would have been stopped out there because you can see price rebounds right there. And the mistake made here probably is that I put my stop loss a little too close to my entry position. But the good news is that the loss is quite tiny. You can see, I'm trying to shift click so I can actually see the percent loss. Only like 0.44, whereas this one we were looking at about a 5% gain. So this would be probably around a tenth the loss of what I potentially could have made with this game, but realistically it probably would have been like a fourth or a third because of how you actually would have taken profit there. But regardless of that, that would have worked out well. Now what do we see here? Just focus on this shape here. And don't focus on if price is going to go up or down, but let's look at what areas are probably weak and what areas are probably pretty strong. What I see is I see some liquidity here, and I also see the $10,000 level that price is above. Price has been above $10,000 for, at this point, almost a day. So I would expect that we're going to get something interesting to happen if price goes below this low. Now here's the hard part. Do I want to put a stop order here, or do I want to put a limit buy order here? What I'd probably want to do here is I'll place a stop order at, let's say, like here. What would have happened if I put a stop sell there? Hopefully when price goes to 99.9, price just dumps. You can see we're getting some tails to the lower side. And if price never goes down there, it doesn't matter because we wouldn't make or lose any money because our position would never trigger. But I really like what's going on here. This looks good. So it looks like that was a stop loss hunt, but it looks like this is actually not a terrible short. Famous last words, or is price going to dump here? Let's see. Okay, now this is looking better. Now I probably would have put my stop loss potentially in profit. Maybe this is not the smartest move you could have done, but if I did a 99.82, that means if price ever goes to 99.82, I make a slight profit. So I would have made a profit there, a very slight profit. That position right there could have been handled so much better, but you probably would have made a slight profit there. Now, this was this kind of formation that I was expecting. I was not expecting to have a stop loss hunt, but we did have a stop loss hunt, and my sell order did trigger, which is kind of unfortunate, but you still probably could have gotten a profit here without too much risk. We have a lot of stop loss hunts going here. Now let's see what's happening with these highs and what's happening with these lows. These highs still don't look to be broken, so there probably is some liquidity above 10,100. We could think about, now it's going to be really interesting. If price goes above 10,100, we're going to probably see some interesting things happening. A stop loss hunt or an acceleration of price. And there's a stop loss hunt right there. It's going to be one of those two because this is a significant price area. So putting our limit sell order there would have probably been pretty nice. Now we broke the liquidity of 10,100. So that may taper off a bit of the strength that the uptrend had. Unless we can rebuild the uptrend right here. I'm seeing unbroken lows here. I'm expecting that if price goes down to here, we'll probably see a bounce. But if we put too much pressure on here, we'll probably just fall. Yeah, exactly. So we did see, so price went down to here, down to support, which is down below these two lows. And I'm expecting to see a slight bounce, which we see, the bounce right there. Now, after this bounce, you could have taken profit right there. But now this is looking, I was about to say it, okay. I was about to say it, but then it happened. I was this close to saying, I can promise you guys, I was this close to saying this is not looking safe. This looked fine. I put my limit buy order here and price goes up, yay, we make a profit. But when you have this kind of formation, and I need to rewind and show you guys this kind of formation, we have the same thing happen, unbroken low, unbroken low, unbroken low. We have plenty of empty space down here. This is really just an area of acceleration, an area of quick contraction that can probably occur. I was about to pause it because I was like, I know, I can see what's about to happen. It's going to be about to hit a lot of stop losses, but I didn't pause it in time, and yeah, it hit that like that. So if you put a sell stop order right here and put a take profit right around like anywhere here, that would have worked out pretty well. Now I want to see more structure rebuild. I want to look at more highs and lows to see what looks quite weak. Oh, there's the low below here. I want to pause. I don't know if we're even going to get there, but the low below here is interesting. How are we going to deal with that low market? Yeah, we have two lows here. What I would love to see is if we get another touch of support that doesn't break this low and then goes back up, I would love to short this then. If I could see price go whoop, go back up, and then short there. Or, just market just falls right below support because that's what, yep, perfect. So yeah, what I was talking about before it happened was if price goes down to this low and then goes up a bit, it's a good time to short probably because these are unbroken lows. There's probably a lot of liquidity below and price ended up falling a good amount. Again, this is the kind of practice that you should be doing on any asset that you're trading on the time frame of your choice. Right now we're on the 5 minute. My scale was off, that's why I had to hit auto. And we got quite the price drop. Wow. Okay. I'm seeing unbroken highs, so how's the market going to deal with those highs? Wouldn't be shocked to see price just bust through them if we can get more touches of resistance. Oh, what is going on here? Low, slightly higher low, slightly higher low. Is this going to fuel a massive dump? Yeah, wait a second. Okay, we break the highs here. I would love to see something that happens. I mean, I don't want to short here, but I would love to see price go near support and then think about shorting. Because this looks interesting. To break these lows would be beautiful. You'd be hitting so many stops. Plenty of momentum ignition. Oh yeah. Is price going to do it? Looks like the price is probably going to do it here. And there it is. Just like that, it hits all those stops, as you can see. Yeah, the reason that I saw that before it happened, and the reason that you can probably tell that price is going to drop a fair amount, is we have unbroken lows here, plenty of liquidity in this area. So how do you make money off that? Well, again, two ways. The first way is you could put a stop order here and then a quick take profit right after to catch that move within minutes or seconds. The second thing that you could have done is when price is nearing support, you could try to get a token, like a Doom USD token, a 10x short token. The third thing you could have done is if you think that price is likely going to be going below, like trying to point below here, but not going to break this low, then you could put multiple limit buy orders around this area. Expect that support's going to hold. Because I really like that kind of pattern when you see multiple lows and then a low here, and then price likes to have a stop loss hunt here, whilst also maintaining support of the initial support area. That happens quite common. Now it looks like this did not break the low here. Also, $8,000 has not been broken. So I would love to short this. I mean, a stop sell at on BitMEX of something like in this scenario of that with a stop sell here with a calm stop loss at 80.42 would be beautiful. Meaning that I short if price goes down to 79.98.5, and I take a loss if price goes up to 80.42. I'll take profit if price ever goes below that. Beautiful. Like that. See? Price just dropped right below it, and we're well in profit. 79.98.5, we're in 2% profit right there. Let's say I choose to take half profit. Awesome. I just took off half the risk of my position, and I made a good 2.3% profit. And now I might hold the short. Okay. And now I'll just take profit there probably. And yeah, nice little profit. Why did I see that? Let's go back in time. Why and how did I see that? Well, I see here two things. We have two touches of support, and the second touch of support did not break the initial low. Two, we have the $8,000 level, and price has not been below $8,000 for a long time. So I really don't have any reason to try to stop loss hunt this area and to put a limit buy around here. No, this seems like there's too much liquidity at that price point. So because of that, I'm expecting a rapid drop. That rapid drop happens right there. It was a weak price point. Plenty of stop losses and liquidations. Ahoy. Now what do we see here? Well, this is a minor pattern, but I'm seeing some unbroken highs here. Maybe we're building some cause for price to spike above here at least. Because that would and above 8,200, yeah, above 8,200 would be interesting. Because that could trigger some stop losses, as you can see. Okay, we have a bit of a stop loss hunt here, which may be building cause. Yep, and there's the stop loss hunt above 8,200. Yep, and price falls. That makes sense. We see, slowly downsloping highs, and we see a stop loss hunt above 8,200. We see that happen. Now, the hardest thing that I get asked every time is traders identify these, but they say, when is price going to shoot past level and I want to use a buy stop or sell stop entry? And when is price going to do a stop loss hunt? Guys, of course I don't have an answer for that. But what I can say is time is a big factor. If price hasn't been below 8K in 5 months, I'm just doing a hypothetical, and you see prices at 8,050 and prices getting close as multiple touches of 8,000, then I have no reason at all, guys, to put a buy limit order at 79.90. That seems like a horrible idea. No, there's probably so many stop losses and untapped liquidations right below 8K that I would love to short at 79.99 or short right above 8K so that if price drops below 8K, I can get a quick 5% or 7% or whatever. Again, if price hasn't been above $10,000 in 2 months and price is beginning to touch resistance at 10,000, I have no desire to short at 10,002, 10,005. No desire. I would love to put a buy stop entry order at 10,010 or something like that, because I'm expecting that when price hits that, it's probably just going to jump like crazy. Now, if I think it's going to be a quick jump and then fall, what do? I put a buy stop entry order at 10,010. I put a take profit at 10,211 with a stop loss at 99.89, something like that. That risk reward is going to be pretty good, and it's going to work out a very large majority of the time because price is just going to kill that area. Okay? This area, let's talk about what was going on here. Well, this area here, we do have downward sloping highs, and we do have liquidity to the upside, but really not that much. Price had just been around this level. The 8,200 level isn't that significant, and we do get a stop loss hunt that goes above all these highs, but nothing that violent because there really hasn't been enough time to build the cause for price to do that. But that changed. Look here. We have 1, 2, 3 downward sloping highs. We're beginning to see a little bit more. Right when I say that, yeah. What do we see? Well, we see 3 downward sloping highs, and we're beginning to see this is a kind of pattern, guys, where price can quickly go above that level and then come right back down, or really just quickly go above that level in general and then do whatever. And that happens because not enough stop losses have been hit and not enough liquidations have been hit of people shorting around these levels. And that gets hit right here, as you can see. So what I was about to say before I just played because my impatience killed me is you could have played off this level. You could have even put I know this is 2020 hindsight, but you could have even put a buy stop here with a take profit right above, a kind of strategy that I've talked about many times before. Or if you're bold enough, try to tier multiple limit sell orders around here, but I don't love that idea. I don't love that idea. Maybe a buy stop here with a stop loss here with a take profit. I mean, I know that's with a take profit right above 8,300, something like that is probably pretty good. This is 2020 hindsight, but if you already made the analysis that this is a very weak price zone, good for you. That's the most important part of this. Okay, is my face half in the light? Because I'm talking about a dark topic. or a semi-dark topic. What if I go fully in the dark? No, fully in the light. Okay. See, the sun isn't letting me go in the dark. What does that mean? All right, what are we doing here? What I ask myself every day. So we have a low here. We have low here, low here, low here. Yeah, it doesn't really look like anything's broken at 8,000. Oh, we have the $8,000 level again. How much liquidity are we building below 8,000? Just when I say it, price just goes right below 8,000 and blows right past it. Reason that is because we hadn't been below 8,000 in a long time. 8,000 is a significant price level, and also we have multiple lows right here, so price just goes right below 8,000, just falls quite quickly, as to be expected. So plenty of ways you can make money off that. Plenty of ways. Are we building support and going to make another drop? I mean, if I see another touch of support, I swear to God, then I'm pretty yeah, okay. Yep, it's happening again. So it looks like we have untapped liquidity here and plenty of stop losses to be hit. If price goes here, I'm expecting a massive drop. If price goes there. If. But I would love to see a fourth touch of support that doesn't break any of these lows. That would be very evil. To build even more, yep, and there's the fall. Reason I saw that and the way we could have made money off that, again, you could put a stop sell order here, or you could have basically a stop sell order here with a stop loss here with a take profit somewhere around here. That would have made good money. All that I'm doing, guys, because I don't want to do this forever. I mean, look, I think you guys are beginning to see the pattern of these examples of highs and lows that haven't been broken yet. If you ever want more practice on this or really more strategy and reasoning of why this works, you can click the link in my description below that says Gravity, a price action, a guide to price action volume, where I teach a lot more of this. I also do mentoring over Skype if you were interested in that. Basically what the strategy does is looking for points that are very weak and very strong. Today's video we only focus on weak points. I didn't really focus on strong points at all. I basically just look for points of high liquidity where many stop losses are, where many liquidations are likely to trigger, i.e. that point is weak, meaning price doesn't really want to stay there for a long time, meaning price is going to blow right through that level. Significant price levels and highs and lows are your best friend. Use those in conjunction and you're going to have a lot more success. Like right here, I'm seeing these highs are unbroken and yep, we break them. We go above. And it was not a stop loss hunt. No siree. Oh, we got some interesting lows down here. Wouldn't it be a shame if price was to go right below that, right below 8,200 and stop loss on all those guys? It'd be quite the shame. As I say, evilly. Come on, price, go below 8,200 and blow out all those lows, because I know you're making multiple lows here, which is now telling me the price might just dump. Are you going to dump? Because it's feeling like you're going to dump. Because that was a very calm stop loss hunt. You have so much space down here. We have lows slightly broken here, but now this low is not broken at these price points right there. Is price going to dump? Or am I just completely incorrect? I still feel like price is just going to fall like crazy. Or is this just confirmation bias or one of those psychological biases? Okay, I guess I was pretty much wrong with this. I mean, yeah, well, there you go. I guess maybe not so wrong there. I was expecting just price to just go down because we had these lows here, a very strange weak stop loss hunt that didn't really do much. We have plenty of liquidity below 8,100. We also have plenty of liquidity below 8,000. So if you were trading on October 3rd, you may even want to make a play to short and then take profit below 8K, because if price, if price starts to get down here, it's going to just dump. It's just going to dump. Yeah, now we're getting closer to that 8K level. This is getting close to momentum ignition. All right, I'm just going to fast forward because I'm not going to just hold this down the whole time. Price did dump below 8K, as you can see here, and we were at this point in time. Beautiful, beautiful thing that happened. Support, market low that was not broken, market low again that was not broken. This is just like a beauty for what you want to short. I mean, seriously. And then we have an 8K level that's not broken. I mean, shorting above 8K, targeting the level below 8K could have just made a lot, because you're taking advantage of all the liquidity, untapped liquidations, and the significant price level of $8,000. and price just dumps. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I've already told you where you guys can reach me, and also if you want to learn more, you can click the link for the guide below. This has been already too long of a video, but of weak points in strong, look for the weak points and exploit them. Happy trading.